Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu, Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Tinubu aware of hardship, there's light at the end of the tunnel, says Governor Sule. Again, NNPC hikes petrol price, fixes 1,060 naira per litre. 17 northern states blackout ends November 12, says federal government. Fears in Gaza over food aid as Israel moves to ban UNRWA. Now, on top of what's trending, Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule on Tuesday said President Bola Tinubu is aware of the hardship faced by Nigerians as a result of some economic reforms by the current administration. Since taking over office in 2023, President Tinubu has taken tough decisions like the removal of subsidies on petroleum products and the floating of the naira, among others. The situation has sent the prices of goods and services high and subjected Nigerians to real hardship. But Sule, while speaking to newsmen, said there's light at the end of the tunnel, assuring of better days ahead. And now to the reactions. The first one here says, "No fuel to power lights wey dey the end of the tunnel." Next is from one Philip Ola, and it reads, "How person go see road reach the end of the tunnel if lights no dey the beginning?" The last comment on this story is from one Mahmoud Dembrini, and it says, "Because you do receive federal allocation and other federal benefits, that is why you are saying what you said." Now, still talking economic hardship, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Umar Ganduje, says President Tinubu is doing a great job and working to make sure the current economic hardship facing the people comes to an end. He said this when he spoke in Akure at the inauguration of the 305-member National Campaign Council for the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State. According to him, President Tinubu has introduced life-changing reforms that make the nation's economy stronger. President Bola Tinubu is doing a great job for this country. He has introduced reforms in order to make our institutions strong for the social and economic development of this country. We respect and honor him, the APC national chairman said. And now, reacting to this, one Ruby Dennis wrote, "That should be left for citizens to say, not his friends." Next comment is from one user with the handle MC Tom Blaze, and it says, "As far as him and his family are okay, Tinubu is doing a good job." And the last comment on this story is from one Ayofemi. "Sad to say that it is only those who are benefiting directly say it loudly." Now, next on what's trending, the 19 state governors in the northern region have aired their strong displeasure on the recent tax reform bill the federal government submitted to the National Assembly for approval. The governors particularly rejected the proposed shift to a derivation-based model for value-added tax distribution. They claim that the proposed model would be at the disadvantage of the northern states and other less industrial regions. The governors, under the auspices of the Northern States Governors Forum, voiced their strong opposition in a communique issued after a strategic meeting in Kaduna. And now to the comments. Someone said, "How can you be taxing people that are already struggling financially? You further destroy the economy." A user with the handle name Healthy Tips says, "Why can't the less industrial regions and states focus more on industrialization and production rather than wait for federal allocations and allocations from money generated from other regions? All the allocations they have been collecting, what businesses and industries have they established to move their people and the nation forward? It's about time for them to look inward and see how they can develop their state and their regions." Next comment reads, "So what are you guys waiting for to industrialize the North? These 19 state northern governors need to be checked. With a vast number of manpower in the North who mostly don't have appetite for being so rich, all they care is basic human necessities. What are you guys waiting to invest in manufacturing and industries?" Now, still in the North, The federal government on Tuesday assured of its commitment to speed up the pace of work to restore electricity to all the affected states in the northern region of the country. This was as the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, announced that electricity will be fully restored to the region within the next 14 days. This implies that the region, comprising 17 states, will remain in blackout till Tuesday, November 12, 2024. Adelabu, while responding to questions from senators at the National Assembly, also said partial restoration will be completed within the next 3 days. And now responding to that, one Augustine Ike said, "We want to see results, please." Next reaction reads, "Low-key, this dude is trying, but Nigerians don't care as far as the economy is bad." And the last comment on this story is from one Agumagu wrote to me, "Una like to fix dates where e no dey feasible. Now so una fix date for our refinery to commence operation. Till today, refinery no gree work. Una don start again for national grid matter when 12 November reach. Now una go change am go December. I just dey look una." Next on what's trending, the chairman of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, on Tuesday urged petroleum marketers, including the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, to source petrol directly from his refinery to meet local demands. Dangote confirmed the refinery's readiness to supply fuel after closed-door talks with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. He stated that the refinery can produce over 30 million liters of fuel daily at full capacity and currently holds 500 million liters in reserve, enough to supply the country for over 12 days without import. "We are more than ready," Dangote assured State House correspondents, adding that the refinery's production capacity could offset Nigeria's fuel needs significantly. Addressing concerns about fuel scarcity in several parts of the country, he said, "Well, on the streets, one thing that you have to understand is that we are producers. I have a refinery. I'm not in the business of retail. If I'm in the business of retail, then you hold me responsible. But what I'm saying is that the retailers should please come forward and pick. If they don't come forward and pick, what do you want me to do? That's something that I can do. So I am expecting either NNPC or the marketers to stop importing. They should come and pick because we have what they need. And as they move, I will be pumping." And now to the reactions. One ID Noble official said, "If you have enough, then flood the market with a good price that will force them not to import. Oil business is free entry and free exit. If they stop import and everybody is buying from your refinery, that would lead to monopoly. If you want to force your competitors, you can only do that with a good competitive price, and once your price is cheaper than imported fuel, they will automatically stop importing the fuel." Next comment is from one Aladura Pope. "At what price? That's the question." Last comment on this story is from one Simeon Oka. "Anyone that can sell cheaper to the public should be allowed to import. Your price is not fair enough for the people to depend on your fuel." Now, barely 3 weeks after raising the price of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, Nigerians were outraged when the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Tuesday adjusted the pump prices of the commodity as oil marketers foresee further price hikes in the short term. A national oil firm raised the retail price of petrol in Abuja to 1,060 naira from 1,030 naira per litre. This was observed across multiple NNPCL stations in the Federal Capital Territory on Tuesday by newsmen. In Lagos, it was confirmed that NNPCL stations increased the unit price of the commodity from 998 naira to 1,025 naira per litre, which received widespread criticisms from the organized private sector, civil society organizations, and Nigerians in general. Experts and key followers of the Nigerian oil and gas sector fear inflation in the country may further skyrocket following the latest hike after it rose to a 28-year high, 34.2% in June, which could compound the hardship in the country. And now to the reactions. A user with the name Arsenal_Sunshine said, "I wonder what the price would be by December." Next reads, "Yet, Dangote says he has more than enough fuel to go round. It is well." And the next comment on this story says, "I'm almost positive that all the labor leaders have been compromised because there has not been one single protest from them." Now let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the program is Newsfeed on Trust TV. And the Osun State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC has announced the immediate suspension of Rauf Aregbesola, a former governor of the state, pending the outcome of disciplinary proceedings against him. The suspension is a sequel to a resolution by the Ilesha East Local Government Executive Committee of APC, which has requested disciplinary action against Aregbesola for anti-party activities. The Ilesha East ESCO believes swift action will restore party discipline and deter other members from engaging in anti-party activities. The Osun State APC Executive Committee stated in a resolution submitted to the APC's National Chairman Abdullahi Umar Ganduje and cited by newsmen that the allegations leveled against Aregbesola include party fictionalism, that is, forming splinter groups and parallel organs collaborating with opposition parties to unsettle the APC in Osun, and public outbursts against party leaders including President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And now responding to that, a netizen said, "Why is it so difficult for PDP to suspend Wike?" The next comment says, "Normally, it no go better for this man. I lost my dad because of him. He refused to pay his pensions, arrears and gratuity. We lost him due to high blood pressure for not being able to cater for his medications and hunger." And the last comment on this story is from one Atanu Oloko. And it says, "Aregbesola stands against bad governance is highly commendable. May God strengthen him and his followers." And now on the foreign scene, Gazans say basics like flour and oil will be hard to get if the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, is banned by Israel. Israel's allies, as well as UNICEF and other aid agencies, have condemned votes in the Israeli parliament that would effectively ban UNRWA on the laws due to come into effect within 3 months. But a senior ally of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tells the BBC Israel will not give in to international pressure. UNRWA is the biggest UN agency operation in Gaza. It employs some 13,000 people there and is key to humanitarian efforts. Israel has objected to UNRWA for decades, with hostility hitting a boiling point after the 7th October attacks, with the country claiming some of the agency's staff were involved. And now to the comments. The first is from Ranal Kalei, and it says, "Why does the world think it's Israel's responsibility to take care of the Palestinians?" The next says, "As if bombs are not enough, food is now weaponized to kill innocent civilians." And the last comment on this story is from one Nadine Wais, and it reads, "After declaring the UN Secretary General persona non grata, attacking UN peacekeepers and killing hundreds of UN staff members, they are now declaring a UN agency as a terror organization. When exactly will there be any type of accountability? Which other country would be able to do these things without immediately being expelled from the United Nations?" And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.